Guys are doing well. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and today I'm going to talk about how you were trained to be poor. A lot of us don't understand how poverty is literally a training camp, and most Americans are enrolled in the school of hard knocks because that is what you're told to do when you are a baby. So I'm going to break this down for you. I'm going to use my background as a finance professor to kind of give you some insights that will help you and your family get to where you want to be. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on drboycetv.com in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm, great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones too late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to co-sign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.
Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I hope you guys are having a good day. I thought I would come in for a second and do a very quick conversation with you and talk to you guys about something that was on my mind this morning. I got up this morning, I did a run, and also talked to my wife and handled some other business. And somebody asked me a question about poverty and the poverty mindset. And I thought that, that will make a good conversation for today. And as I begin, I want to say good morning to El Haj, Just Blaze, Carol Moore, Tim Mitchell, Errol. I think, Errol from Pompano. I met Errol at the All Black National Convention this week. John Bias. Is that Bias or Blas? I can't. What's up, John? How are you? Betty Coldwell. Garnell, good to see you. Shout out the city you're from. Let me know what city you're from. Also, this podcast is on Spotify and Apple. So if you want to hear me each day on your way to work or whatever, while you're working out, feel free to go to Spotify and Apple, look up Boyce Watkins, and you will find my podcast there. I did a really interesting breakdown yesterday of Ice Cube's situation with the NWA. I said the NWA. Isn't that funny? I meant to say NBA, but it's I said NWA instead, right? So it's NWA versus NBA. Look at that. How about that for? I don't know if that's a Freudian slip or what. Anyway. But let's jump into this. So how many of you, give me a yes or no if you are a regular investor? How many of you regularly invest in the stock market? I did a poll today and I found out that the overwhelming majority of those of you that listen to me on the Black Financial Channel are investors, which is great to me because that means that intelligent Black people are investing more than most other ethnic groups. You're investing more than a lot of rich people. And one of the things about getting rich is that if you do what rich people do, then eventually you'll become one of them. So congratulations to you if you're a regular investor. If you're not there yet, that's okay. I would just like for you to consider allowing the Black Business School to help you get there. Your grandchildren will thank you. They're thanking you in advance. So if you want to get started with stuff like that, feel free to just text the word stock to 31996. Text stock to 31996. I will send you some stuff this afternoon to get you started. Also, my book is The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. That's a bestseller. You can go to drboycebooks.com, as well as we also even created for the book flashcards for children. So you can teach the principles of this book to your kids with specialized flashcards we made that you won't be able to get anywhere else, because these are economic concepts specifically designed for the economic benefit of the Black community. We don't hate anybody else, but we love ourselves and we put Black people first. That's what we do. That's what we operate on. So anyway, let me go into a couple of things. I have a meeting in a few minutes. It's an important meeting, so I want to be respectful. So I want to make sure that I am quick with my words. Hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. So the poverty mindset. How many of you believe, give me a yes or no, how many of you even believe that there's such a thing as a poverty mindset? Give me a yes if you believe that that there is a way of thinking that is more likely to lead you to be poor or stay poor. Or do you think that it's just luck? How many of you think maybe you think it's just luck? Like, hey, if I was born in the right family, if I was born white, if I was born with special skills, then I could have money. But because God cursed me, I'm stuck being poor. How many of you even believe that there is a poverty mindset? A lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people think that the reason you're poor is because you didn't vote enough for the Democrats, or the reason you're poor is because you weren't white, or the reason you're poor is because you weren't born rich. I'm going to tell you that every single study that I've looked at, and I've looked at thousands of them, because you guys know my background. I'm a financial scientist. That's what I did on the faculty of Syracuse University. Not many people like me walking around here. Not many people have this level of skill when it comes to understanding the data. And one of the things I can tell you is that there are clear statistical variations that will tell you who's going to have money and who's not. I can literally look at a person without knowing anything about how much money they were born with. And based on their behavior, you show me how they spend their day, how they spend their week. I can tell you who's going to be rich and who's not going to be rich. That's honest to God truth. Same thing is true even with things like marriage. My wife is a relationship therapist. That's what her doctorate's in. It's in it's actually in social work, but she's a licensed therapist and all this other stuff. And there are also studies that can show which couples are going to stay together and which ones are going to divorce by just listening to how they argue for 5 minutes. Did y'all know that they can look at how you respond to each other in 5 minutes and predict whether your relationships are going to work out or not? So when you hear somebody that's been in the dating game for 30 years and they're like, well, I just haven't found the right person, it's just not working out with the right person. Well, unfortunately, your mindset is probably what's blocking your blessing. It ain't the world. It ain't the world. It could be you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you. I'm just saying that there should be some introspection necessary. Give me a yes if you agree. Some introspection required for you to really understand how to reach your goal. That's what accountability is called, and I hope that you'll consider that. All right, so let me cover a few things that I think define the programming that you receive when you are a child that is designed to keep you poor. So one thing I'll talk about, for example, is the school system. The school system is absolute crap when it comes to teaching wealth. For whatever reason, they teach all this other stuff, but they don't teach you anything about how to manage money. They don't teach you how to get money. I saw this video yesterday, and I wanted to do a podcast about it, but I have to be really careful because sometimes when I bring things out that are so different from what you've heard your whole entire life, people think I'm just being mean. I'm not being mean. I'm honestly trying to be honest. I'm not. I don't think I'm a mean person. I'm just I'm trying to tell you the truth. And so I saw these boys. It was inspirational. I'll put it on my Instagram. My Instagram is Dr. Boyce Finance, by the way. Dr. Boyce Finance. That's my new Instagram. They took the other one down because I guess I must be just such a big mouth. But anyway, so in Dr. Boyce Finance, I shared this image of these boys who are all graduating from the same school. I don't know the name of the school, but they were saying that these boys got $9.2 million in scholarships. And I said, that is freaking awesome. And they showed the boys dancing and partying. They were so excited about getting all these scholarships. It was a school in New Orleans. I was super happy for them. Here's what I said. Here's where I come in. This is why, if you ever wonder, like, why does Boyce have people that get so mad at him? Well, it's because I do stuff like this and I can't stop it. My mother, when I was a baby, she used to say, boy, your mouth will either make you great or get you killed. I'm curious to see which one, because I got to say it. So what I said, and I said it as politely as I could, I said, please warn these boys. Please get them ready for the future. I said, because somebody needs to tell these poor young men about what the reality is for life as a black man. Okay, that there is a model that is trained to you to say when you're a kid, okay, just go to school, make good grades, go to college. He's got a bright future. But what they don't tell these young kids about the future, and I'm hoping that you see, intelligent black people, you're ahead of the curve. You're the canary in the mine. You're 70 years ahead of your time. That's why not everyone understands you. But you understand things like the curse of student loans. Did y'all know that I heard this at the All Black National Convention. Somebody said that 60% of black wealth goes towards servicing student loans. Did y'all know that? I don't know if this is true, but this is I think Robert Smith shared this quote, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So if you want to know where your black wealth is located, go look at your local university that is buying up entire city blocks with your money. Go look at how they're making all the money off the football program, basketball program, and your student loans, and they gentrify your grandma's neighborhood and put your grandma out. That's where your money's going. So I said, please warn these boys that they cannot follow this simple model of success because they're going to be disappointed. Their feelings are going to get hurt. Because this simple model of success says, go to school, make good grades, get a scholarship. You've got a bright future. White people are going to take good care of you. So you go to a university, you go $100,000 in debt. That's the first mistake. Then you get this degree that can get you that $50,000 a year job. So now you're already in the hole. You're in a football game and you're already down by 4 touchdowns because you're making $50,000 a year and you got to go pay $100,000 in debt. And then you go to the corporate plantation and you say, look, I've got this piece of paper. And I'm saying this as a college professor, by the way. I'm not anti-college. I'm just anti-repeating the same mistake over and over again, right? So you go and you say, I got this piece of paper, sir. I should get the good job, sir. You told me that if I goes and I get the paper that I can get this good job. And they say, no, yeah, but we'd rather hire Toby and Billy and Cindy and Karen. We're not really hiring people like you. They're not going to say it like that, but that's kind of what happens, right? So you're black and you've got this degree. You're not getting the job you deserve. We know this is true. Give me a yes if you've experienced corporate racism. It happens all the time. Corporate plantation's a tough spot. And then if you do get the job, you're most likely to be fired. You're least likely to be promoted. Your income will never reach a level that is high enough for you to deal with that $100,000 in student loans that you have. And then you're in this hamster wheel for the next 40 years. Give me a yes if you understand the hamster wheel. Let me know if you're with me on this. I'm trying to draw the picture, and I need you to share this video with your children so they'll understand, because I'm gonna give you a solution. I'm a mathematician. We solve problems. When I taught math at the University of Kentucky, never once did I run into a math problem that I could solve by crying about it. So I'm not a whiner, but I'm a definer. I'm not a whiner. I'm a definer. So I'm not gonna whine about it. I'm gonna define about it, and then we're gonna solve the problem. Okay, so don't worry. I'm gonna give you the solution. So what happens then, statistically speaking, is that half of all black college graduates default on their student loans. That means bad credit. That means a lack of opportunity. That means you're shut out of the wealth building process. And I haven't even gotten to the point that America is screwing over white people too. Like, I haven't even gotten to that yet. So even if you're white, it's going to be pretty hard for you. But when you're black, it's like a double whammy. Right. This is the black side of things. Right. But when you get out there and you look at the country itself and what we're doing to workers' wages are going down. Even college educated workers are going down. I haven't even started talking about AI. I haven't even started talking about what AI is going to do to the job market. So here's what I'm saying to you. I'm saying, Lord Jesus, I love these boys. I'm so happy for them. But I'm like, I cannot sit here and be happy with you because I'd be fake if I was doing it. I feel bad for them. I feel like they're going to be running into a lot of depression. Have you ever seen how depressed a man feels when he can't provide adequately for his family? Have you ever felt the sadness or seen the sadness that a person has when you're busting your butt every day and doing all the right things? You ain't thugging, you ain't slanging, you ain't doing nothing stupid. You're showing up to work every day. You worked hard, you got your degree, you did everything right, and it still didn't quite add up. Well, I'm here to tell you that the problem is that you live in a society that is trying to tell you that 2 plus 2 is 12. 2 plus 2 don't equal 12. Even 2 plus 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 12. So effectively, the model they give you to create the life that you want is not the model that is going to give you the life that you want. They give you a roadmap and they say, here's the roadmap to success. And you follow the map precisely. You got it programmed in your GPS. You're making every turn appropriately and you get there on time. And then you land in the middle of the Sahara Desert, in a mud pit. And you're like, wait a minute, I thought I was going to the land of success. But y'all gave me the wrong map. So let me, if I may, because I got a meeting in 7 minutes, I can't flesh this out. One day I'll come back and flesh it out if you'd like for me to. In fact, let me give you our social media platform. We're walking away from all that Facebook, Instagram stuff. We're tired of being censored. We need to tell the truth. So we have a platform called be1nation.us. Be the number one nation.us. Go there. You fill out 3 quick questions. Our team has to approve it, and we'll let you in. It's our social media space. You can connect with other B1 people, stuff like that. Also, don't forget my new book is called The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, and we even came up with some flashcards for kids that will allow you to teach your kids the principles that are in this book. I guarantee you it'll change their life. So here's what I would love to do with those boys. If I was talking to those boys right now, and if you're watching and you're from that school, you don't even have to invite me in to speak. Just play this video. You'll save yourself the speaking fee. My speaking fee is $20,000. That's not cheap, but you can save your fee. Just play this video for them, okay? So here's what you do. Tell those black boys the truth. Tell those black boys that America is not the patty cake fantasy world, the Disneyland that they're trained to believe that it is. Tell those boys that when you are a black man, your rules are different than if you were a white woman. Tell those boys that when you're black, You have a different set of responsibilities and obligations. You have a different set of obstacles, but you also have a different set of opportunities. But you must be prepared to pursue that. First rule: every black boy in America, because black men have the highest unemployment rate in society and the greatest amount of frustration when they're on the corporate plantation, every black boy on this planet that has smart parents should be trained on the fundamentals of starting their own business. I am not saying every boy should be an entrepreneur. I'm not saying that you're a sucker if you have a job. I'm not saying any of those things. So don't put words in my mouth. I'm not telling you you can't do all the other things, but what I am saying is that having that extra skill set will make a difference between life and death for that boy at some point. He may get to the point where that job is unbearable, or he can't get another one, or they fire him on his day off, or he's not making enough money. He's got to have a plan B that doesn't involve becoming a street entrepreneur, if you know what I'm talking about. So every black boy should be as good at entrepreneurship as we are at football, basketball, and running track. Can we agree on that? Give me a yes. Only intelligent black people are going to do this. Everybody, a lot of people ain't going to listen. I don't know what their ears are stuffed with cotton. They get so upset because it's because of my delivery. I guess I don't know. Maybe the Earn Your Leisure guys can say the same thing. I know they respect me and I respect them. So maybe if they say it, they'll hear it. I don't give a shit who they hear it from, as long as they get this message. The black male must understand you're in a different economy from everybody else. Stop thinking that you're white. You're not white. They're not going to treat you like you're white. That's just not the America I've ever lived in. So let me stop talking about it in that way, because I'm not trying to get banned. Like, I got banned on Instagram because I say white people and stuff, and they say that that's racist, or I have no idea. Number two, these boys, when they go and they work together to start these businesses or create their side hustles to increase their income, they should be in situations where they can work together and work with each other, because the world doesn't really welcome black men into these other spaces as much as they should, especially straight black men. It's just a reality. It's just the truth. So what I would do with these boys is I would say, go to college, have fun, get the scholarship. Number one, be careful with student loans. Go to a less expensive school if you have to. Don't walk out of that building with $100,000, $200,000 in debt. That will be a monkey that will lie on your back until you are 60, 70 years old. Do not do that. Number two, when you go to college, learn your skill. Pick whatever major you want, but pick a major that's most likely going to give you an opportunity to make enough money to pay back those loans. And then also develop that side hustle so you can have that plan B. It's just like in basketball, like knowing how to dribble with your left hand and your right. You don't just dribble with your right hand, dribble with your left too. Make sure you have multiple moves you can make in this economy that's going to try to lock you up and lock you down, just like on the basketball court. A player who can't dribble with both hands is easy to stop. It's easy to play defense, and you back him into a corner. He can't get to the basket because he only knows how to go right. That's easy to shut down. So a black man that has options, and black women too, this is true for the ladies as well. A black person that has options typically is a person who is closer to freedom than a person who has no options. Can we agree on that statement? Can we agree that having options is a better outcome for your life than having no options? So one of the things you want to do with your children is don't send them out into this terrible economy. Don't send them out into this complex world. Don't send them out into this competitive economic system without any options. If you do that, then you're signing them up for slavery. You might as well go to the slave training camp and say, well, master, where do I sign my boy up for slavery? Because I need him to come in and serve you, sir. Because that's what we're doing when we send our kids out here and they ain't ready. This is not a game, folks. This is not a game, because their children, that man's wife, his family is going to depend on him to be able to be a playmaker in his own life and in their lives. And if he can't do that, they're going to be really disappointed with him. There's going to be a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of tragedy that follows because daddy can't pay the bills and daddy's depressed. Now daddy's up here drinking and playing Xbox all day, and now the kids feel neglected. The daughter goes out in the street, she's tricking, she's dating a dope dealer. The son's out here thugging because he don't respect his father. The family breaks to pieces. All this links back to economics. At the very least, a man who is capable of providing for his family has a far greater likelihood of maintaining a strong, stable family than a man who cannot pay the bills. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you don't think I'm just being dramatic. And if you think that I'm being dramatic, just look out the window. If you think I'm talking crazy, look at what you're seeing right now. If you think I'm being too serious, well, go look at some of the data on where Black people and Black men are economically in this country. And understand me when I tell you we need a plan B. We need another approach. So I got to go. My meeting's starting now, so I got to bounce out of here, guys. If you want to join that social media platform, it's be1nation.us, be the number one nation.us. Also, my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, and the flashcards and everything is at drboycebooks.com. So if you go to drboycebooks.com, you can get a copy. And also, this weekend is the last weekend you can get half off for next year's All Black National Convention. That's going to end on Sunday. So if you'd like to get half off on everything from vendor spots or whatever, we will sell out. We will sell out at the convention. Everyone loves it. Ask anybody who's been. They're going to tell you great things. It was designed specifically for you to meet like-minded people, and it works like a charm. So I hope you'll consider joining us in Chicago. You can go to allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. I'm out of here, guys. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you soon. Peace. Love you too.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to co-sign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.